GOAT is back. Listen, I don't care what anybody says, bro.
It don't matter, bro. That's
It
the
matters,
thing.
bro. It
Look,
matters. The
look, look,
GOAT.
look.
He dropped one single song, and all these
All right.
5 years, J. Cole dropped like 2 albums. Everybody had dropped a bunch of albums.
What? They
Mike
dropped, but
Hampton
he
had a
didn't
whole
drop two. He
career.
dropped two albums and
2017 to
featured
2022,
everywhere.
Kendrick Lamar is back with this motherfucking song, bro. He's back. He's the GOAT. The GOAT has returned, man. That's all I gotta say. For everybody, obviously, just to lay down the I was about to say lay down the foreplay, lay down the foreground of the track, right? So Kendrick just dropped the Hard Part 5 on YouTube, his YouTube channel. So it's a song slash music video, and in the it's just Kendrick in one single I guess one single spot. He's like I guess like standing up or sitting down, but he's like behind. He's in front of a wine red background, and he's a white shirt with
Wine
the black
red.
bandana. Yes, bro, white shirt with the black bandana on. And you see him, bro. He's just basically like rapping, like to the side and everything like that. Throughout the whole video, his face changes, like on some like, deep fake shit. So he becomes O.J. Simpson, Nipsey Hussle, Kanye West, Kobe Bryant, Will Smith, and I don't remember the other guy's name. He's like a basketball player, I believe. Um, I remember the face, but I don't remember the name. Basically, it's like rapping about like a bunch of stuff, and at the very beginning of the video, he says, "I am all of us." So, I mean, I did only listen to it one time, like just the past few minutes ago. So I do have to listen to it a few times just to fully grasp and understand what the whole thing's all about. But from what I've heard with that Marvin Gaye sample, I believe it was, bro, stuff. Bro must have spent like $3 fucking million on that shit to get that approved by the family.
The thing,
Otherwise, he's
he's
getting
getting
sued the
sued.
fuck out of
It
him.
don't
Fuck.
matter. Marvin Gaye
Album's
does
getting
not
delayed.
fucking play
God
around with
damn it.
anybody. They didn't play around with Pharrell. They sued that nigga for using the same drum beat that Marvin Gaye used. He's out of here. If he didn't get that shit cleared, Kendrick is done for.
But so yeah, no, that's basically the track. That's basically the video. It is 5 minutes 42 seconds long. I really like it. I'm not gonna say I love it because obviously I just listened to it one time. I really like it, and that little like breakdown where it was just like the instrumental and the beat, everything going on. It was like really nice. It was like I don't know how I would describe it to anything else, but basically it was like a nice little breakdown, and it felt like not like a club banger, but it felt like a nice like upbeat like song. You can maybe not even put on the radio, but maybe you can just put that on like it'll be like a nice like vibe, and like chill, upbeat type of vibe. Get you like moving a little bit, right? Um, and anytime any artist does something like that, where they can turn like obviously spit some bars, but also make it kind of like a joyful, but maybe like like a cheerful type of song. That's always great. I always like to hear that. But like I said, I do have to listen to it a few more times, watch the video a few more times, just to fully understand and grasp like the meaning of everything. But I really like this comeback. This is a great song for him to come back with. I can't wait for Friday. That's basically all I gotta say on this for first impressions. But what about you, Jez? Go ahead, bro.
Kendrick niggas got to be the most hypocritical niggas in the universe. Ain't
Why
no
you say
damn way. What you mean?
what happened? What do you mean?
Bro, all last week we were like,
Like,
look, if Kendrick drops a single and is still on Black Struggle, we are not giving him that. Ain't no fucking way this nigga was going for 5 years and he's still rapping about Black Struggle, bro.
Fuck.
No
I did-
way. Oh yeah,
I
he,
did.
he switched perspectives. It was a good song, but then nigga just rapping about Black Struggle in 4D. This nigga is not a fucking Tesseract, bro. Get out of here with that shit. I mean, just because you rap from Black Struggle from somebody else's perspective is still Black Struggle. This nigga Taco just shitted on Future last week for saying he does the same thing every album. No way you gonna let this get away with it.
Okay, well,
It's
as
just
like
fucking ass, bro. Because there's no
What?
comparison
No,
that
it's the
you made
same
between him
thing.
and Kendrick, bro. Anyways, just go
You
ahead,
said he's
bro.
rapping about the same subject. That's what he just did in this one. That's the same thing he just did.
no, he's not wrong. And the thing is, like,
Okay then.
right after the last pod, I went on TikTok and like the first thing I saw was a Pusha T interview, and then literally said verbatim that he's been making the same album for the last like what?
Exactly, bro. That's why I said hypocritical. No way. You
Not
said
even album, said song. He said song. He said every song I've made for the last 10 years have been the same exact rap. That's what he said.
About the
Pusha T.
same subject, and then he said Push's album was a smooth 8 out. What did he say? 9 out of 10? No way. You're just gonna slide past that? What?
Oh, bro, you just love to hate on Kendrick, bro. That's how.
I'm hating on your ideology.
Nah, bro. Listen, let's point out the elephant in the room, bro. We all know you guys hate Kendrick. That's all it is, man.
Bro, it's not. I've came on here plenty of times and said I like Kendrick. But you said your ideology was that you hate whenever people rap around the same subject, and he just did that. And he's been going for 6 years.
I mean, he's not wrong. The thing was I did say that last week, is that like yes, like the song was a very, very good song. I like the perspective. I like the new, like not new, but I like he's dabbling in the soul funk type of vibe, very groovy. I don't know how you got that sample cleared. You probably didn't, low key. So we're probably not hearing that album Friday. I ain't gonna hold you. You probably getting sued the fuck out of. There's no way you got that shit cleared. Ain't no way. If Kendrick got that cleared, all respect to that nigga. Ample respect to that nigga.
The Marvin Gaye family is fucking. They will do anything to get that shit.
They just like MJ and them. Like them niggas do not play. They don't give a fuck.
Hell no.
They don't. But like I said last week, like it was still a great song, and like I feel like it's gonna be a very conceptual album. And off the single alone, I can probably guarantee it's gonna be no less than an 8 out of 10 album. Because if he's coming like this on this song, it's gonna be a good 8 out of 10 album in terms of like rapping ability, production, etc., etc. But as I said last week, me personally, if the whole album he's just rapping about black struggle and talking about like Will Smith and like all this other shit, because I mean I can't. At one point, I can't really fault him because in the last like 5 to 6 years, all the people he's shown inside that video are very prominent, and they probably have affected him on a deep level, especially since he's from California and Kobe and Nipsey Hussle and all those people are from California too. So I can see how that affects him, and he would want to talk about that and speak about that. So I mean, I'm not gonna tell the man what to make an album about. Yes, or but at the same time, it's like. I just hope it's like at least I hope the production and I mean we all know he can rap, but I just hope the production and like at least like maybe the storytelling and things like that are just very, very exceptional to make it to where like even though it's kind of like it's not the exact same, but it's a very similar concept. At least it will push me through, and not to say like it's gonna be bad. Obviously, it's fucking Kendrick, but I just I'm kind of tired of hearing the same old shit because I said the same shit about Drake. I'll say the same shit about J. Cole. No one is exempt. If you're making the same album, like I said before, last podcast, we got on TikTok. The Pusha T, like that was the first TikTok I saw, like verbatim said, I've been making the same song for the last 20 years. I said, God damn. So we're not tripping.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Now, the thing is, okay, listen, if you're going to criticize Kendrick for that, then why don't you do the same thing for Future? Didn't you say that Future album
I didn't criticize him for that. Bro? You criticized him for that. I didn't say people have to change up their sound. Right now, man. You're the only one that said people need to switch up their sound. That's why I called it out on you.
No, but you just said that you're tired of hearing the same shit being talked about. That's what you just said.
I'm saying y'all have to realize that they're doing the same thing and realize that they're doing that, even if they're good at it. I'm saying Kendrick, at this point, is seeming like he's a one-trick pony. Like, all he can rap about is the black struggle. But he's amazing at rapping about the black struggle. I'm saying if we can realize for Future, he makes the same type of music. For Pusha T, for anybody that makes the same type of music, we got to call it what it is. I mean, we got to call a spade at this point. Like, they're doing the same things, but we still respect that they're doing that. It's like when you come on here and then talk shit about Future, you got to name the actual reasons. Then you got to come in here and say it's ash. You came on here and say because it's the same album he's been making. But Pusha T said the exact same thing. And Kendrick just made another black struggle single. Like, a lot of our favorite rappers are one-trick ponies, so we got to start calling a spade.
Yeah. I even said last week, that's why I said, like I'm fine with Taco, like, thinking like that, and everyone, like, just not even just Taco, but everyone thinking differently about music, because music is subjective at the end of the day. Like, we all look at music very differently. And, like, my thing is, I go to different artists for specific things. So, like, going for like a tour like a J. Cole or a Kendrick, I know what I'm getting myself into. But even with J. Cole, like, not to say that J. Cole's a better rapper than Kendrick, but he's like, I want to say he's more versatile, but he has talked about a lot of different topics. We know nothing of Kendrick. Like, all this man's albums are just very like Black Stroll and very conceptual, very just like this is where I'm from, this is what I've been through, and like it's very good. And it'd be like even for example like for Damn Right, I think it dropped in 2017. Like the whole thing about it playing forward, it playing backwards, and like it all connects, and like that shit's all fire as hell, but it's the same concept. And like this single is just reminiscent of that. Like yes, it's different perspectives, and it was fire with the Nipsey Hussle tribute at the end with the third verse and him turning into him, and like that shit was all fighting. He was kind of like rapping in his same like I guess like his same like tone and pocket for Nipsey Hussle too. That shit was all fire, but it's the same thing, just different, like just given to us in a different format, I guess.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
still
Like
very
we know Kendrick's gonna come and perform. Obviously, he's always gonna do what he does. He's an amazing rapper. He's gonna pick an amazing beat, a very expensive beat at that. But he's gonna come and do the exact same thing that we know him to come and do. Like if we were all expecting a single to drop today, everybody would have been like, yeah, something about Black Struggle, probably some remarking on something that's happened in the past 5 years, and he did just that. Like it wasn't anything that nobody didn't expect. He rapped his ass off 1 trillion%, but we knew what he was gonna rap about.
put all them niggas in there too. Like every prominent black figure in the last 5 years, literally, even Will Smith. That didn't happen. Like he probably like, oh yeah, put Will Smith in there. Like everything was in that bitch. Kanye, Jesse Smollett, Kobe, like everyone was in that. Fucking OJ, oh bro. That's why he didn't put R. Kelly in them in that bitch. To be fair,
Hell no. Why the hell would he put that nigga inside there?
with all prominent figures.
Fuck
So,
R. Kelly.
Yuck.
You're laughing, man. It's fuck R. Kelly. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it was fuck R. Kelly. It's fuck R. Kelly. Apollo, so what do you think
Thank
about
you,
the
guys.
song overall?
Oh, the song was good. I liked it. I mean, the song was like a smooth 9 out of 10. Like, I've never disliked really Kendrick ever. I'm just
Yeah.
going to be the one to say that he's rapping about the same stuff over and over again. Like, whenever I pressed play on the song, I gave it a chance. I was like, okay, let's see what he's talking about. But in the first bar, he says something like black culture. I was like, come the fuck on, bro. Like, the thing is, like, I know a lot of people, like, also echo this sentiment, but nobody, I mean, I'm pretty sure if I go on Twitter right now, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, Kendrick, King Kendrick, King Kendrick. And then nobody's going to be bringing up the fact that he's talking about anything different.
But I think that's because like people are not expecting him, like, or they're not wanting him to do anything different. I mean that's what the difference is. Because like for Taco's thing, for his ideology, it's like I want artists to kind of explore and like do different things and go to different like concepts and topics and stuff like that. A lot of like the casual listener of music don't really care. They just want their artists to put out music. That's why Drake can put out the same album every single year and do perfectly fine. That's why Pusha can do what he does.
You said
Everyone-
Drake put out, how did Drake put out the same album every single year? He's explored
Drake-
like 25 genres of music.
But he raps about the same thing. That's what I mean. Like the topic, not the sound, but the topic.
I mean,
About-
we know more about Drake than probably any of our favorite rappers.
Yeah, but that's his topic. He raps about his life and like, oh, I'm fucking this girl and I'm doing this with this thing. It's the same thing.
I mean, he's explored like the sides of things we'd never seen from Kendrick or J. Cole. Like he's actually talked about his kids. He's talked about the record label messing up. He's talking about the relationship that he's had with Nicki Minaj and how it's faltered. Like there's a lot of stuff that he's delved into that we never heard anybody talk about.
But I mean, is like that's his topic as like he is the topic.
His life.
So,
That's what we are wanting, right? What else would we need other than if somebody's talking about the stuff that's changed in their life?
But I mean, but I think but like I guess saying that's his topic. Everyone else has like different things that they excel in. Like I don't expect the J. Cole or Kendrick to kind of be like that because they're not like that in general. They barely be on social media to begin with. But someone like Drake, that's his lane. Is like he paved his way by being like I'm very open. Like I can make a jungle, but then turn around and make a fucking a pop banger. That's his lane. But so I guess I see what you're saying though.
So
You're
it's just moved goalposts between artists basically.
I think
Yeah,
my critique for like Future and everything, I guess it goes hand in hand with content, but I feel like I was more speaking about like sonically because like that Future album sounded like every single Future album he's done for the past 3-4 albums. And I guess with Drake, like like the sounds for CLB, for example, were a little like some of them were a little bit different than what we're used to, but a lot of them were more of the same, like the typical sound. Obviously, the same type of content, and I guess what we were saying with like Kendrick. I guess it's like the same, similar type of content, but you're always gonna get a different sound with Kendrick. You had like like Good Kid. You had like T Pad, which is more like funk and everything like that. Then you had Dan, which is a little bit more like I don't know if they would say like a commercial industrial type of sound. But now we have like this, the hard part. Was it the hard part five? It's a lot more like well, at least from this. I don't think the album's gonna sound like this because the previous times he's dropped a hard song. I don't believe it's made the album. So like when he dropped the hard part four, I remember that was for leading up to Damn, I believe. It didn't make the album, but so yeah, this could be an anomaly. This could be like, okay, just a one thing. Like he's talking. Okay, maybe he's talking about the same thing, but it's like sonically like very different. But it could also be that the album sounds like this that or it doesn't. But I'm counting on that it doesn't. I still think he might do like some type of like rock influence or like a because he did a whole I don't know if it was confirmed that he did a whole project, but he was working with Rick Rubin for a good amount of like 2020, like during that time, like I think 2019 as well. So I doubt they would let all that type of stuff go to waste, or if anything, they drop something like that for like a fucking Untitled Unmastered 2, just like rock version or whatever. So with this, that's like with this sound of Kendrick, it's definitely at least I've never heard anything like this by Kendrick personally. Like not that I could think of from the top of my head. It's not like funk or whatever. I mean, it has like a kind of a groove type of feel, but it's not anything that we've heard before. So I feel like. Um, I am looking forward to what the actual album will sound like. If it does sound like this, great. If it doesn't, and that should be fine as well because I'm sure it'll be a new type of sound. As far as content goes, as I mentioned, maybe he is talking about the same similar stuff. We'll just have to see. Obviously, we know this dude is very like lyrical and punctual when it comes to like his storytelling, and everything like that. So, I'm looking forward to Friday. Oh, Thursday night. See how that's gonna go down. Um, I'm still expecting him to drop something at least just based off of this track. Maybe at least. Honestly, I can't see him doing worse than a nine because of Damn. I give Damn like an 8.5, like a 8.5. Um, but once he solidifies this as like a nine or above, that's I think that's absolutely solidifies him as a goat, in my opinion.
So if he's on this album talking about black culture, then what?
Um, I'm sure still enjoy it. It doesn't necessarily mean like
I mean, can we?
I
If
doubt.
he does, can we all come on here and agree that he is a one trick pony, but an amazing one trick pony?
I don't even like. Nah, I wouldn't even say that, bro.
How is he not?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't have a specific answer for you, but I have to think about that, man. You're putting me on the spot real quick, bro.
All right. I mean,
So
we'll see. We'll see what the album's gonna sound like on Friday. But it's just crazy how we talked about it literally last week, and then he does it. But yeah, it's just wild. But I mean, the album drops in 4 days. We'll listen to it on Thursday. Um,
I'm
yeah,
actually
we'll
on
see.
I'm on Twitter right now, and I like of course like there's a lot of praise, but I actually see like some people being like, yeah, he's rapping about the same stuff. They still love it. Like it's a very good song. But I'm seeing some people like, I wish he'd like. It's kind of disappointing because he's still rapping about the same shit. He's the same person from Good Kill Mad City. So I see some people being like, like I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of this, but he's still a phenomenal rapper. So we're not the only ones. We're
Yeah,
going
I
to
mean,
see.
like I said, I never would put disrespect on him because he's accomplished too much. Like he's a good rapper. He's an amazing rapper. Probably number one, most likely. Yeah, but I just don't see him, going like the lane of like a goat like Andre, because like Andre will give you whatever the fuck he's feeling that day. I think will literally rap
Yeah.
about anything, whatever the fuck he wants to. But I couldn't see him like reaching a lane like that because he's two dimensional basically. He's amazing at being 5 dimensional at rapping about black struggle and perspectives and stuff like that. Which I mean, it's still an amazing thing to like topic to tackle, but it's still 2 dimensional wise when it comes to aspects of it.
Yeah. And the thing is, people were thinking about J. Cole too, because when J. Cole dropped that song during the heightened of the George Floyd protest, some people were like, "Oh man, like we want you to speak, but like not speak like that." Like they were still critiquing him too, because like these artists, like him and like Kendrick and like some other people like kind of close to him, like they rap about kind of similar things for the most part. So people are kind of getting tired of like hearing the same stuff over and over and over again. That's why on the off season, J. Cole was just rapping his ass off. He wasn't rapping about nothing in particular. He was just rapping his ass off, and it was really enjoyable. It felt fresh. So hopefully on this new one, I'm not saying it cannot be at all about Black struggle. Obviously, wait, is this song confirmed to be on the album, or is this like a not
No,
a throwaway, but
it's
it's like a
just a single to the
That's like a
album.
promo single.
Yeah,
The hard songs never make the album.
oh they don't make the album.
no,
No.
Okay, so the album might be about something completely different then. Hopefully, we'll see though.
but
Yeah,
it's still the fact that nah, y'all got it.
no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying for sure. I
Uh,
do agree that most I think every artist damn near raps about the same stuff. I think only very few can go into different lanes. Like I won't even say like
Yeah, but we consider him the greatest of all time, though, right?
yeah, but
Like I
he
understand like that most rappers can't go into these different lanes, like you're saying, but if we're gonna
yeah.
consider somebody the best at the craft that is rapping, then that is a mandatory thing for him to be able to rap about other topics. Like that's a mandatory statistic he has to have in order to be called the greatest of all time inside rapping.
That's true because other rappers like who are in like around the top 10 or top 15, like Lil Wayne and Andre, they all rapped about a lot of different things throughout the years. But Kendrick has rapped about the same thing and maybe like a little bit different perspectives, maybe varying the goalpost, but majority wise, rapping about the same thing compared to his counterparts. So I mean, we'll see if this Friday, if he can, peer away from that and give us something just fresh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
if
yeah.
not,
If this album is not anything near what we're talking about, I will come on here and publicly apologize to that man.
yeah,
But if it
sir.
is,
Yeah,
then Taco got to, and that's just what it is.
absolutely the fuck not.
See
I'm
how the look,
apologizing.
look what I
Yes,
just said.
bro.
Kendrick fans are hypocrites. No way.
Ah, bro, I don't have. Why do I have to apologize for? That's how I feel.
For shitting on other rappers for doing the same thing.
They do it worse, bro.
No what? All right. Well, like I said, well, all arguments will be settled on Friday. We're gonna see what Kendrick come on here and talk about. I'm expecting this album to be really good. I really like that he went soul funk. Honestly, when he was talking about rock the entire time, I was expecting more like I guess soft rock, like Nirvana or something like that. But then he came on here with soul funk, so it's gonna be like the origins of rock that was once stolen from black people, not the original rock that we know it as right now. So yeah, I'm expecting a lot, honestly. So expect more like Soul Train type rock, of course, Earth, Wind and Fire type shit like that. Like it's gonna be all groovy type shit. I fuck with it.
If it is, I mean, obviously, if it is, I'll definitely fuck with that because that's a great sound, and he has definitely shown that he's like great at that sound because of like T-Pab and everything. But yeah, I do, I still want to stick to my whole like um thing about like new sounds because I mean, even though he could revisit stuff like funk, um, maybe something like soulful, or like groovy, like this song was. Um, That'd be cool and everything. I just want to listen to something different. And if it is a rock album, fuck it, I'll listen to the rock album and um, a little bit, like I said, a little variation of sound is all that I want and all that I basically crave for artists. And even let's just say you can say that they do speak about a similar thing. Any artist can speak about something the same type of topic or whatever. But at least like if the sound is more or less the same for each time, which that's how I think future stuff is. Like not only does he talk about the same shit, but he like all the sound is the same. Like even though he might try being melodic and everything, it's more or less the same. So it's that type of shit to me is not entertaining or not doesn't really hook me in. I bet it does for some people, but just for me, not really. Um, but yeah, like I said, we'll just have to see. I hope the album is gonna. I don't have any doubts that the actually is. Actually, I don't have any doubts that the album's gonna be like bad or anything like that because it's Kendrick, and at this point in his career, he's definitely solidified himself as like a top tier type of person or like top rapper or artist, anything like that. And not only in music, but obviously he has like his whole like PG Lang like label that he's doing, a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and it's just at least for me, I'm just this is speaking kind of like still on the top of Kendrick, but kind of separately from the music itself. I feel like he could, after this album, since this is his last TDE album, apparently if it's a double album, that'd be pretty cool as well. But after this one, I feel like he might drop like one or two more albums on PG Lang, and he probably will call it a career. And at that point, I think it should be well deserved for him to take a nice little rest because even though it has only been like what 3, 4 studio albums so far, he's as I keep saying, he's definitely proven himself, and I can't wait for the project, bro. It's gonna be something else. It's gonna be something we're gonna be talking about for years to come, as we have with Damn and T-Pab and Get Kid and everything like that, and. Regardless of the similar topics that are being going to be said and everything like that, I think this is one for the books, 100%.
All right. Well, speaking of albums, I guess we can go ahead and delve into what everybody thought was gonna happen with Jack Harlow, I suppose.
I was
'Cause
right. That
that
shit was
nigga,
ass. I
if
was
we
right.
speaking about one dimensional, that entire album was just.
It was
He
ass.
might as well just
That
drop one
shit,
fucking song.
that
Ass.
Jack Harlow album, bro, that shit was a TRASH. That shit was
I
booty
told you,
cheeks.
bro. It's gonna be fucking Diet Drake. Not even that's
The
disrespecting
thing
Drake.
is, yeah,
Damn, what the?
you can't even call him Diet Drake because this album proves why Drake is so good at his craft. Because this shit is trash. Like if this is what niggas like expect or think at Drake sounds like. I think 'cause,
Yeah,
like this entire album was fucking garbage, bro. Like it's not even the album was okay. So I rated the album like a strong 5 out of 10, right? Like it wasn't terrible. It's just that the fact that the album was just basically like the same song over and over again. Like he's gonna say a cool bar about how rich he is. He's gonna say a bar about what are the girls he's sleeping with, and then the entire album was the same except for the song with Drake on it. Like the fact that Drake might have the best verse on this album is insane to me. Like either that or State Farm, like or what was that shit called? State Fair, I think the last song.
Man, fuck that song. That whole album was whack. I don't we're talking about artists who just rap about the same thing. It's that nigga. And the thing is too is like people are like, oh well, at least like it's like when he was first coming up, he used to rap about different things. People went back and said, nah, nigga, he's been rapping about the same shit before he was rich and now he's rich. Like now that he's rich or richer, like all he did was add the money aspect. He's already been rapping about the same girls and bitches since he started rapping, so there is no difference. So
You said songs like River Road at least. I mean, I know State Fair, I guess, is trying to be River Road, but like, there's still like at least some standout songs on his albums for this. Like, there's not one single standout song on here. Like, I'm not gonna go back to any song other than like maybe to go back and listen to Drake's verse, and I skipped Jack Harlow's verse on that
that
because
verse
it's
was
just
so
booty
good.
cheeks.
That verse was so good from
Jack's
Drake.
verse,
No, Drake, man.
Oh.
I didn't. Bro, he wasn't rapping.
bro,
That's
this
the
nigga
that's
Jack says. My grandpa would have a heart attack if I pulled out 100,000. So I'm not gonna pull out 100,000. Like nigga, what are you talking about? What are you talking about right now, my nigga? Like what the fuck does that even mean, bro?
but
Like you
the
can
worst shit is like also you got to think about it too. Like this is him coming off of one probably the biggest song of I don't know, it's 2022. Maybe perhaps the biggest song of the decade so far, as far as like radio play, as far as maybe accolades as well. Um, Industry Baby with Lil Nas, bro. That verse that he had in Industry Baby was, I fucking love that verse, and came out with obviously what people were waiting for, that type of sound and everything like that. What he came out with, shit. I can't tell you how. Like, when was the last time someone, like, let's just say someone who has shot many like features or anything like that, who has like kind of popped up and done like a feature here or two, but when it's time to come to drop their feature length album, that shit is garbage. That kind of reminds me of like the first people that come to mind when I think of that. Is like the baby. It's like the baby has dropped like in the past. Like I've like some features that he's done and everything like that. He actually did like a Lil Nas remix for the song Panini. I actually kind of liked his verse on
how
that.
do you mess
When
up
it
a
kind
Pharrell beat? That's all I want to know.
Pharrell.
exactly like
Pharrell.
Like Pharrell was in there putting his toes, his arms, legs, feet inside that beat,
The
and
first
Jack
half,
fucked that whole damn beat up.
I like the first half, but the second half was fire. For the second half of the beat, I love that second half of that beat.
Like
But that,
I don't even think I like Lil Wayne's verse on that shit. Honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
well, Lil Wayne's at the point where like he'll give a verse. He's like Eminem. He'll give a verse to anyone. Like he don't
Yeah,
give a
but
fuck.
Is
You
that
don't
not
flex.
kind of disrespectful? I mean, like so we know the verses were like, oh yeah, Wayne for sure still got it. He rapping like this, like
Yeah.
on
You
the
strong.
Lotto album, right? Like we can all agree if you listen to it that the Lil
Nah,
Wayne verse on there was actually pretty good. But
the
this
people,
one,
yeah,
you said what?
the people he fucks with, yeah, like you can tell he's actually trying. Like the with
So
Tyler on,
don't give me this bullshit. That nigga said her booty go bum 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 bum, and he like did fucking like he smacked his lips when he said it. That shit was terrible. Right? He
Christ.
went in the studio and just fucking said some bullshit and then left, and then Jack had to use the verse.
that shit is so sad, man. They made like, oh, I have all legends on my album. I low key, I was expecting Kanye because Ye put him on Donda, right? Donda 2. I was expecting Ye. I was surprised he wasn't on there. I'm
Yeah.
glad he wasn't on there though, because I don't know, because low key Ye's been on a dry streak these last couple of verses. I don't know what the nigga on either, but the album's ass, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I expected it to be ass, and it was no low key. I expected it to be mid, and it was ass. I'm not. I can't even give it a 5. I have to give that shit like a 2 out of 10. Because like that dictator bar with dictator Kim Jong Un,
What did you
that shit,
say? What did you say?
that verse was like I've never heard something so bad. Like actually, like the thing is, like he wants to be a rapper, right? Correct? Like what is he talking about? Like you the bar too, but what you said about I wanna throw 100,000 on my grandpa, so I'm not gonna like. What is he talking? Like he's not even trying.
What was the Kim Jong bar? What are you talking about?
I gotta find it again. That shit was fucking crazy that he really said that shit.
He said
Like
what he like made a play on words with dick or some shit?
that might have been on the Pharrell song too, which is even more disrespectful if I'm being honest.
No
He
way he
said,
said I'm about to dictator. Like, oh my, no way he
"Yeah,
said that. Please God,
I
don't tell
want,
me he said
I
that.
won't use your name if you feel like it don't belong, but I'm just so inspired by the way you wear that thong. You know I like to dictate things, Kim Jong.
What does
Come
that
on
even?
now.
What the fuck does that even mean? He didn't even like that. Wasn't even like a wavy bar. He just said I like to dictate things.
I know that
Where's the
drink.
entendre? He just stated what Kim Jong does.
I know that drink strong, and you know we keep that bourbon out the barrel. Diddy Kong. Come on,
What the fuck?
come on, man.
It's not even Diddy Kong that throws the barrels. It's Donkey Kong.
Come here, give it to me while I play this Givey on. Don't reference that nigga.
Giveon gonna beat the dog shout that nigga, and I can't fucking wait.
I keep giving y'all classics, tremendous, fantastic.
Classics.
My spending
Wait,
is drastic.
when did you give us a classic?
She blend in that background and bend that shit backwards. Moncler, just in case, like, man.
Wait, isn't there a song called "Like a Blade of Grass" where he says, "Like a blade of grass needs sun, I need your ass."
Yes, bro.
Oh,
And
it's,
girls on Twitter going like, yes, man, I want to be that blade of grass.
Huh?
No way, man.
Wait,
No
so
way,
okay, so did it reach his target audience, or did they think that shit was ass?
no, yeah, it reached them, like all the girls
not
and
a
stuff,
target.
and the white
Yeah,
people. They fucking with it.
all the TikToks and shit, like, oh, we're gonna listen to Jack Harlow's album. No, it was like Twitter videos and stuff like that. We're gonna listen to Jack Harlow's album, like the first impression or first reaction, and like as soon as like the beat starts playing, they go fucking wild. Like bros didn't even say anything. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
This shit is so sad, bro. This shit for sure a 2 out of 10. I can't even give it a like. It's not
God
mid.
damn.
I mean, if you think about it as well, like honestly, good for him because as much as he might want like validation from like the hip hop community, like
I don't think he
hip hop fans
cares.
and everything like
You don't
that,
care about that.
he does
That
not
nigga,
give a
that nigga
single
tweeted
fuck.
out. He said, "Forgive them for they know not what they know." That's the only thing he tweeted out since the album
Act
dropped.
cryptic.
What does
He
that
doesn't-
mean?
He don't care
Because
about
he
that.
like listen, he went to the fucking Kentucky Derby with like Drewski and Drake and like
Yeah.
bro's living the fucking life. People like how many how many numbers did she do? Like I did like 170, right? Like 170 first week,
Oh,
Wait,
135.
Wait, what do you?
135. So
They
I
decreased
mean,
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first week numbers aren't out yet. That's just like what they think it's gonna
Oh.
be.
the projected.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so exactly. So it's like 135, whatever. So yeah, no matter what, he's gonna be fine. If he like does a tour or whatever, he's gonna sell out all the shows, which is
Yeah.
fine. You know, do your thing and everything like that. So he's like on one hand of it, you're gonna want to be someone like Jack Harlow or like anyone who does like hip hop and stuff like that or rap. You're gonna want some type of validation from like that type of community and that type of fans. But when you're getting in the money, you're getting in ample. I don't know. Obviously attention like from social media, for TikTok, Twitter, and everything like that. Even if people are talking shit, talking shit on your name, calling your album ass and everything, bro's gonna be trending. Bro's always gonna be like in the being shared. Like, clips of him are gonna be shared by fucking I don't know like what are like gossip pages or
A
sites or
shade
whatever.
room
They're
and shit
gonna
like
be
that.
exactly like shade rooms are gonna like repost them and everything like that. Like, oh, spotted at so and so event, Jack Harlow and blah 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 blah. So it's like he's always gonna be there. So no matter what, he can drop ass music. It's just like any other successful ass music person. Not to say that he's completely ass. The album was just not good, and I hope he learns from it because he. Well, first off, that I don't know about you guys, but the album cover was shit. I like for me, I have like a very big thing. Like I really care about album covers, and like I think it's like important to have like a decent album cover and not just like one little thing. Obviously, if it's simple, if it has a meaning to it, that's fine. But it's just him literally sitting in a like a white background, like sitting and having like
I
the
mean, it's just
um
bland. Like
carrying
he
over the
let us
mic.
know what the album was gonna be like before we even listened to it. You just look at that like, what the fuck is he just sitting in a white room and that's it?
And the title was
White,
so good
I don't
too.
know.
Fucking come home, the kids miss you. That's a like a Drake like title. That's a
Yeah,
very
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, oh, he
Yeah,
about to go crazy on this shit. I honestly
way
thought this was gonna be like, the struggles of growing bigger as an artist, like coming from literally nothing. Cause like 2 years ago,
yeah.
nobody gave a flying fuck about this nigga. Like on the
yeah.
Sunset album, like nobody ever cared about him until like he grew a beard, honestly, and then he got huge.
That
Yeah.
What's Poppin' song is like honestly his best song to date, at least in my opinion. I don't know, like all the hardcore fans like, oh no, his oh nah, fuck that. What's Poppin' is his best song. Like actually, like he's raps his ass off on it. Good flow, good beat. You got the remix with Tory Lanez, Lil Wayne, all them niggas on that shit. That was his best song. Then he went to Industry Baby, killed the feature, and he drops this. Niggas, I want to hear no Chance slander. This shit is the worst thing I've ever seen. Chance
Nah,
gets a
Chance
fucking
is
Nah,
fucking
that
pass.
ass.
Chance
He gets a
album
fucking
might be a little
pass.
bit worse. The thing
Nah,
is,
Yeah.
like,
Chance gets a
he
fucking pass.
needs to come out and drop a single right now. Like as soon as he can, I don't give a fuck what the label got to
Who's
say.
Chance?
Like no, Jack and Chance is done.
Oh,
Jack Harlow needs to come and drop a single right now. Like
He's
with
not
the
doing it.
hardest beat we ever heard. He needs to honestly remix Heart Part 5 and just fucking just rap on that shit or something. Like just
He's not
do
doing
literally
it.
anything. Do something. Cuz like if you sit down as long as Chance did, you're done.
He's not doing that. He's not dropping anything for a while, bro. He got Drake, Lil Wayne, Pharrell, all these niggas. He's not dropping anything, and he made good money off of it. Cause like the thing is, him and like Coil Ray and like people like that, they're all in the same like. I'm very big on social media. Let's hope it transforms into sales. We saw how Coil Ray did. Like she did terrible, even though
She's
she
like
has
a
a very
bubblegum rapper.
she has fucking the Nicki Minaj co-sign. She got all these big niggas supporting her. She still did that bad. Respect to her though. Jack got all these niggas on his album, all these legends, and he still cracked 100. I thought he cracked 200, but y'all said it went down, so it like still cracked 130.
I don't know. Last number I saw was 135. I don't know.
That's still
yeah.
pretty decent, especially after I think Taco said his last one was 55. That's
No,
almost triple.
130 is still amazing. Like it's
Yeah,
still
that's
really
great.
good. But the thing is, like he needs to start thinking about what his next album's gonna do. Like if you
You know,
sit down until you're getting ready to prep up for your next album, then nobody ain't gonna listen to that bullshit. Like you
I
need
don't
to keep your name relevant right now. Like fix yourself immediately.
thing is though, he's not. The thing is, he's not trying to be like a rapper's rapper. He's just trying to just pop his shit and just be rich and just do whatever the fuck. He's been doing that forever, and even now, so because now he has all the fame, all the clout, like Taco was saying. He doesn't have to try. He's not like an Eminem or like a Mac Miller or even like a Token who was like, even though they're white rappers, they're still trying to like, I want to be accepted by the community. He's just to me, he's just there to just make some money and maybe make some vibes and just cool. He's probably just gonna just chill. He's not dropping no single
But the
anytime
thing
soon. He don't
is, it's
care.
longevity. Like yeah, you cool and you popping right now. But if you want to keep living this lifestyle for forever, then you need to keep supplying your audience with good music, and you
But
didn't do that.
he's not a little pump or a smoke purple. Because the thing is, his audience is white people. His audience is like the casual white listener.
Lil
His
Pump's
whole
audience is black.
yes.
What I who you knew
Lil
black
Pump,
people that listen to him?
yeah, Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, yeah, Gucci Gang, all that shit, yeah. What white person? I mean,
Anybody that was at that Smoke Pro concert, everybody was white. They had like 15 people at it.
I saw mostly Hispanic. I saw some black people too.
I saw a bunch of TikTok niggas like, oh, I hate this dude, man. A whole bunch of white niggas.
No, his audience is white. Like his audience is fine because like Taco said, his audience they loved it, bro. They were all over Twitter like, yes, I 10 out of 10 album of the year. They were saying that shit like First day and then second, they love that. Like, even to this day, like if you call him mid, they're like, bro, what do you mean it's mid? You just hate him because he's white. Like y'all don't realize that if you're a white rapper, bro, the most commercially successful rapper in the world is literally Eminem, and he's a white rapper, and he's literally said himself that the reason I'm this big is because I'm a white rapper. And not to say that Eminem is not a fucking goat, he's a goat. We all know this, obviously, but
Yeah.
he just reaches more people. So if anything, his whiteness helps Jack Harlow. It's not gonna hurt him. It's gonna help him. He
Maybe
appeals
that's why he's
to more
doing
people.
But the
pretty
thing
fast.
is, like, so look, I know your whole thing is like that he's white and he can keep this longevity because he's white. But
Nah,
like
I'm not
we've
saying
seen, like there's plenty of people that weren't like the Lil Pumps and stuff like that that did the rap thing and then they sucked at the rapping, so they stopped doing it. Like Macklemore was doing the exact same thing and then he fell the fuck off immediately.
because Macklemore wasn't. He was rapping about controversial shit. Like niggas that didn't give a fuck about what he was talking about back. He was talking about like LGBT and things like that. Niggas were not listening to that shit. And then winning over Kendrick that year crucified him.
Yeah, but niggas
Yeah.
ain't listening to this Jack Harlow shit either.
Leaning over it.
It did numbers. What you
Oh,
mean?
Because of his
Yeah,
fan base as of
yeah.
right now, nobody knew what it was going into it. Now I'm gonna be a lot more hesitant to go into a Jack Harlow album because I know what the fuck an album sounds like.
Yeah, us, but his hardcore fan base, they love it. They've been riding with this nigga since. Now that he's big, they still riding for the nigga. They think this shit's peak. I'm telling you, his next album is cracking 100 easy. I'll put that right now. I would like whatever next a big.
doing at least
The
one.
thing is,
next
like
time-
the most hundred that was going into it was niggas like, let me see what the fuck this Jack Harlow nigga talking about. Like that was
Yeah.
it was I feel like the most people that went into his album like this, because you said his last album did 55. It was like what 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
means
Yeah,
this
but-
other 55 that went into this one was the niggas that have never heard an album before. Like, let me go see what the fuck he's talking about.
You think they're buying it like that? I feel like that's more streams. Like, there's no way people are like legit buying that shit just to test it
Oh,
out.
I don't know. I thought that 100,000 was into streams. That's people that bought the record.
Yeah, right. Sales and stuff, right? Talk. I think
So
Does the streams
They-
not
they
go
won't-
into sales?
it does, but like I mean, they have like they usually have two numbers. So they have like sales, I guess overall, which does count streaming, and then they have like pure sales, I guess like pure like meaning like physical or whatever. And I'm just checking that right now. I'm pretty sure the out of the 135, the pure sales were like around probably 50K, maybe like 45K.
okay.
So yeah, that would have been the majority of people that like, let me go see what he's talking about. Because like we can always say like somebody's core fan base is gonna be before they blow up, right? Like whoever was with somebody before they got this huge audience that came out of nowhere, that was the core fan base. So the people that are like a part of this 100,000 as of right now are the people that are like, okay, let me go see what he's talking about. Let me go listen to his album. Like I don't think his next album is gonna do bad. Like I just think it's gonna be like maybe around the lines of like 70,000, 80,000. I mean, we'll see, but I don't think going into this next album, if he doesn't keep the same steam up, then I don't think anybody's gonna really listen to it. Honestly.
Okay, I feel you then. Yeah, I know because I thought streams didn't count because I don't know, but if streams do count, then yeah, then probably I don't think it will end up as bad as of course like Lil Pump in them, but
No.
Yeah.
Never
But
like
his-
that. I mean, they the thing about them is they dropped like two big songs and just kind of just not did anything about it. Like he at least had like good albums to stand on before those songs. Like What's Poppin' was a part of arguably his best album. I think that's the same album that had like River Road and stuff like that on it. So I mean, it's still a part of. He has a good body of like art, but he just drops a bad album now.
the thing is like also is like he markets him very very well. He's a very likable guy, very
Yeah.
charismatic, and so
Yeah.
that helps him. I think with Little Pump in them, they didn't market themselves at all. Like someone like for like even for Chance, we as a person, we at least from like for Chance fans, we really fuck with him. He like where he came from, how his come up was, like acid rap till now. We fuck with the nigga. So he can drop the big day. Yeah, it's a very bad album, but at least to me, I'm like I still want to hear more music from you. Like a Little Pump or a Smoke Prep, they drop a bad album after. I don't give a fuck what y'all dropping anymore. Jack Harlow, like, even me, bro, Jack, like he as much as like he's very charismatic and shit like that. From now on, I'm like to me, low key, like Taco said, he should have put Lil Nas X on his album as a feature. I don't know why he didn't do that. Like he should have featured him on his album. I'm so
That would have
confused
been
why he didn't do that.
easily like the best like turning point, like to get some like Lil Nas fans all the way up to Jack, like
Yeah.
that little connection.
Yeah.
Since, Jack did a song with Nas. Okay, now Nas do a song with Jack. Now that might be the single. That might be the thing that comes after First Class. That might be the like. Cause okay, First Class is probably one of the worst singles I've heard of, not of all time, but like
The chorus
at
is
least this past decade. Nah, bro, this shit. I mean, it's not. I've heard a lot of ass singles, but nah. Cause look, you got that Fergie sample, hard ass sample, the glamorous sample. You have Fergie co-signing the song. First off, I would never clear that motherfucking
Oh, she
sample. I know
vouched
she
for
doesn't
it.
do it, but yeah, she was like, "Oh, look, Jack Harlow, it's all, it's I appreciate the love, like love the song, like all that type of shit." Obviously, when it comes to sample clearance, like the artists themselves, 9 times out of 10 don't get a say. It's like the label and everything like that. But man, that was I don't fucking know why he got so. Okay, okay, but that song aside, fuck it. I just wanted to say that because that song was fucking total ass. But you have the whole
I
Nas.
despise
Nas is
this nigga.
amazing. Exactly. Nas is amazing at marketing and everything like that. Lil Nas, right?
the
So
marketing
Lil
thing.
Nas could have easily given this dude, at least some advice on that. Obviously, they have the fucking industry baby shit. They could have easily made like a not even an industry baby too. They could have made a fucking song called, I don't know, Potato or some shit. Bro, as soon as Lil Nas went on there, like maybe like on the hook, the Jack Harlow on the verses and everything. Easy, easy, easy number one song. Easy, 100%, without a fucking doubt. But then you have this album dropping, right? Complete ass singles. Those features, obviously, Drake obviously 100% carried that. Drake probably does have the best feature on the whole album. Um,
Easily.
Best verse.
when somebody exactly his verse. When somebody overpowers you in your entire for not just your song, not just that one song that they're on with you, the entire fucking project, bro. Are you serious? Bro, this dude has to be stopped. Bro, just go back to the lab, lock yourself in the studio for 5 years, come back with a fire ass album, learn something from someone else, bro. Someone's telling you the wrong fucking thing.
I think he needs to come back in 5 hours. That
He's
nigga
not.
needs to drop something.
He's not dropping anything, bro. I promise he's not dropping anything.
Well, of course he's not dropping. I was just saying that he needs to. Like he's not gonna do anything. Like he's just gonna coast on these numbers. He's probably gonna sell about a smooth 175, be good off of that, and then what? I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's all about literally like those two words is what every artist needs to live by. It's like then what? Like yeah, you're coasting right now, but what are you doing after you're done coasting?
Forgot he fucking had Justin Timberlake too. That shit was such a forgetful song. Golly, this album is so whack.
JT been putting on mid since like that album about the woods, bro.
He's still. I mean,
I
he's
don't know
still
what
go.
that nigga was doing.
That nigga like he was on the hook, right? That nigga sound like he just don't have it no more. I'm sorry, bro. I'm
He
sorry,
gone.
JT. You just bro, you just you are a legend. Just
Fucking JT interview.
take it. I mean, fuck that interview.
Ain't
Sorry,
no way
bro.
that nigga was out of sync in the whole fucking song.
When that
No,
nigga sound,
sir. You're welcome on Tonight with Taco anytime. Yes, sir.
yeah, you got that, but nigga, you sound like you were like,
Fuck.
I don't know. Let me stop. Bro, that album is ass. Low key 1 out of 10 because that fucking Kim Jong Un bar. I can't get over how he really said that shit. It is and like pure
The thing is,
confidence.
like, okay, sir, are you mad that he referenced him, or are you mad at the bar?
I'm mad at the bar because like that's not the only
Alright.
bad. Like, he had multiple ample bad bars. Like if
Yeah,
I'm,
I thought you were mad that he said Kim Jong Un's name. That's what I
I
thought
don't-
you were mad at. But you was mad at
I'm
the
not-
bar.
I'm just mad how like he sat down and the thing is he was boasting like, oh yeah, I write all my own songs. That's what you're writing. You're
What?
sitting down on your note like this. Kim Jong Un. Yes.
Wait,
Give my uncle.
he
What?
he bragged about writing. Aren't you supposed to?
No, but like one of his songs, he was something like I don't know. He's like, y'all are mad that I write my own shit. Something. I was like, bro, like, what are you bro? The whole album is ass. Like, I enjoyed like the first 4 to 5 songs because the beats were pretty like the beats were bumping, low key. The beats were bumping. I like those beats. But then like then the second half, the beats were ass, and then he was still ass, of course. And then Drake killed that verse. That I don't know.
This
Maybe
man-
it's just like
Drake might need to be stopped. I ain't gonna hold you.
someone said that's either that
God.
the
This
verse
man-
was the verse was that good, or it's the fact that since Jack Harlow was so bad and people call him like a diet Drake, that we finally started to appreciate Drake more. For people who like we're not fucking with Drake, they're like, oh wow, he really is good at rapping. Like nigga, yes, that nigga was spitting. The address bar, the bar talking about some like What did he say about like if you're mad at like it depends on how much money you're making? Oh my god, man!
He said,
God.
he said like I'm making a lot of money. So if you're mad at me, then he said, wait, what the fuck did he say? He said I only diss niggas that aren't making enough money. So if you're mad at this, and just look at how much you're making or some shit, like damn.
He said something like your money, like how much money you got is my inspiration. So if you're broke, then I want to be. I don't want to be broke like you. And if you're richer than me, I want to be rich. Like, oh my god, man, no way.
He said some crazy shit. This nigga Drake might need to be blasted. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think Drake, he did it on purpose. He was like, man, like I'm gonna go on here and smoke the fuck out of you. I'm gonna make sure I nail you. There's no way. Like, why was he spitting like?
Real quick. Jazz, you making a better album than Jack Harlow?
Locally, right now, I'm working on 10 songs. Yeah, easily.
Yes,
Let's go. Oh shit! And I gotta say though, I mean, look, everything aside for Jack Harlow being ass and producing an ass album.
Yeah.
I do gotta give him props. Bro is 24 years old and doing all this shit. Listen,
Congratulations.
I was able to do all this shit at this age, bro. Yeah, like I said, congratulations. But
Yeah,
this shit is
W's.
ass. He's not even gonna get number one because Bad Bunny dropped his album this week as well.
Yeah, Bad Bunny went
Bunny
insane.
Niggas are playing that shit everywhere. They love that shit. His fan base is like
No, his fan base is like you cannot beat that. Like he sold 200,000 that night or some crazy shit. Like it wasn't even first week. It was like first day numbers.
That's why I was like Jack Harlow's not the one that shut down Spotify and Apple Music. It was definitely Bad Bunny for sure.
I mean, if he's able to he's still equipped to it. Like it's not like he didn't sell anything. Like if it comes out he only sold like 100 or 10K first week, then yeah, nigga didn't do a damn thing. But if he broke 200, yeah, it's still pretty good, really good.
I'm pretty sure they also said that Bad Bunny's album was the most streamed album of this year so far, like in the first 24 hours, I think. And he's actually what up?
It beat Drake, right? For something like some award that Spotify has, it beat Drake. Cause like
I'm not 100% sure about that, but he's actually projected to do double of what Jack is gonna do. So Jack's gonna do like around 115 or whatever. So Bad Bunny's doing around 235 to 260, closing that 300,000 units. So
on a bad day,
exactly. And this was a surprise album. This album, it was announced I think at the beginning of the week. We all like. The whole like community, I guess Bad Bunny fan base knew about it because he was kind of teasing an album, maybe like 2 weeks ago. Like he did like some type of like, text me for information on my album type of shit. You know the mass like bot text that steals your social security number and shit. So he like did that, and then apparently just the beginning of this week, yeah, it does. Yeah, you're fucked, bro. The beginning of this week, he basically sent out a text. He was like, oh yeah, my album is called. I think it's called like Un Verano Sin Ti, which basically it's a summer without you. And it's dropping this Friday, and so he dropped that shit within a few days' notice. These many numbers, and that's after Jack had released First Class for the past like, month or so. I'll be on TikTok and everything, and still gets beat out by Bad Bunny, bro.
But Bad Bunny is that nigga though.
Broke Drake's record for the most single day streams in Spotify history with 183 million. Jesus Christ!
But imagine being Jack though. Like you come out with your release date, and then you got to drop in between Push, then Future, Bad Bunny on the same day as you, and then Kendrick right after you. Like this nigga was in between 4 different fucking goats of their genre. Like no damn way. Like being Jack and then having a release between Kendrick, who's the goat of rap. And Future is the goat of the mumble shit. Then Pusha is the goat of drug rap. And then Bad Bunny was the goat of like Latin culture. Like no fucking way. I'd be mad as shit.
I mean, the fact that he still cracked 100, well, at least as of right now, is still impressive though. So I will definitely give that nigga props because I don't know how he still pulled the kind of number because Bad Bunny like that nigga's like an international superstar. Nigga's like, is he in like the MCU too or some crazy shit? Like that nigga's just doing everything. He
just got gas.
Fucking way,
like
man!
Spider-Man villain.
Golly, they going. I mean,
Marvel niggas are mad at that though.
WWE shit like twice.
Because they say he's not. I don't want to speak on it. 'Cause I don't know, but
they just said the character's only been used one time, and I don't think I think the MCU was, or the Marvel fans were mad because the character himself, I think, is Mexican, and Bad
Yeah.
Bunny isn't. So they were mad. Like, why wouldn't you just get an elite Mexican actor for the role instead of going to somebody that's more known than basically? Which I mean, it sounds like a respectable argument. Like if it was, I think it's the same arguments that they had for Shang-Chi, because like they had another actor for Shang-Chi, I'm pretty sure, and he wasn't of the same distinct type of Asian that it was, and they got mad at that. So I think they changed actors. It was something along the lines of that, but I mean, it sounds like a respectable argument. I can't speak on it, but
Yeah,
I'd be mad
when
as
it
hell if
comes
they
to
cast
that,
him.
when it comes to that, I mean, I feel like obviously the only reason Sony did that was for the money grab, obviously, because this
Yeah,
character, I forget his name, has only been in 3 comics before, so there's literally no reason for him to create this own movie besides, hey, oh, we have someone huge like Bad Bunny. Okay, he's been in 2 like WWE events like the past year. Fuck it, let's cast him as a wrestler. He can wrestle. He's proven himself or whatever.
yeah.
Um, he's in some acting. Like I believe he was in like 2, 3 shows, maybe like an episode of Narcos or something. Or he has acted before, and he's in actually in it's a train movie that's coming out soon. I believe in a few months. It has like Brad Pitt. It has like it's like a star-studded cast or whatever,
Train to
and he's in
Busan,
the movie. Huh?
Who? Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny.
Oh shit! I think it's just
Bad
doing
Bunny is in
everything.
like the. He was in that trailer for that train. I forgot what it was called. Anyway, he's like he's doing like acting and shit. So I feel like with that in mind, obviously building his like career repertoire or whatever, like his skills and everything like that. That's why they cast him. It's only for the money, but I do wish him luck on that. Even though I was one of those people. I mean I just found out about this character as soon as they cast him, and as soon as I learned that
Yeah.
he was only in 3 shit, I didn't really give a fuck that much. But on the other hand, it would be nice to see more like, at least for me, because I'm Mexican, like more Mexican representation and that type of shit. And I'm pretty sure he's Puerto Rican. So I mean, like, good for him. But bro, I want to see where my Mexican actors at, where my Mexican wrestlers and shit, because he's like a luchador, like the guy, like the character, or whatever. So
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
like, why wouldn't you? Yeah, that's kind of whack that they did that. Why wouldn't you just pick from the Mexican actors that you have instead of going
That's
outside of the
fucking Rey
race?
Mysterio or someone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the? No, now it's kind of weird. And now that's explained better. Like, I didn't even realize you said it was what, a luchador?
Yeah, it's supposed to be that.
Yeah, MCU kind of whack for that. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, I
It's not
think
the
the what?
it's not the MCU, right? Isn't it? It's like in like the Sony verse,
Sony
right?
verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever the fuck it is. I mean, it's still a part of Marvel, is what I'm saying. Like once you start getting so high up between Sony and MCU, it's just the same niggas. Like, I mean, it's still the exact same niggas, but yeah, it's kind of whack that they went outside of Mexican culture to cast somebody that was Puerto Rican
Yeah.
for a Mexican role. That's weird. But yeah, I definitely. I don't know why Jazz ranked it a 1 out of 10, but I definitely give Jack Harlow a smooth 5 out of 10.
Bro, that shit's
I'd probably
no,
give it
bro.
like a 4.
I want to fight that nigga. That shit's crazy how bad that shit is,
Drake
bro.
Right.
had the absolute standout verse, and this is coming off Drake stealing that man's girl just off the strength, and that nigga trended for 2 days because of it. Like, why can't this man be fucking stopped, bro?
Drake
If
is
you niggas somehow don't know what the conversation is, Drake posted this thing about his son or whatever that was like, yeah, no matter what my son does, whether it's playing Rubik's cubes or Roblox, I'm always gonna be on the sideline to cheer for him. And then some random nigga commented, "Oh well, yeah, your son's probably friends with Ghost Riders."
Like that fucking makes sense.
Yeah, it made no sense. Like, I'm laughing because like the joke didn't make any sense at all. He said like, yeah, your son probably friends with Ghost Riders. And then Drake commented right below him respectfully. He was very respectful about it, but he just said, I'm gonna go ahead and DM your girl, and she's mine now. She looks miserable, so yeah, have fun. Like, like he's very respectable about it. It wasn't like he wasn't being an asshole. He said like, respectfully, your girl is mine now. I'm gonna go ahead and DM her though. So congrats on ruining your life.
He flew her out. Fuck.
He did?
Did?
Bro, I heard like. Well,
No way.
at first I heard they were being very corny because like the dude started taking that shit and like He put like the tweet or
Yeah.
like on a fucking t-shirt trying to niggas are so corny, bro. No
Nah,
way.
bro. Jess, did you see how many times he posted on his story that day?
Oh, we was like 30 damn things like please buy, please buy. But then they said his girl was doing the same thing too. So I was like, maybe they're both corny. They both deserve each other. But then I saw somewhere that he flew her out or something like that. So I don't know. If he did fly her out though, that's
Oh
crazy.
my
If he
god.
did
I
fly her out.
mean,
Alright,
it's Drake.
But I don't think he would though. After the whole fucking hot sauce thing, I don't think he would like try his chance with some girl like that. I think he
He
probably
gonna
doing
go
that shit.
right back in there with the Frank's hot sauce and pour that shit back in there.
With the topic at hand, though, real quick, let's just say Drake DMs your girl,
Mhm.
names your partner. What you doing?
My girl hold me down, so I know she's not gonna do that.
I'm probably gonna say, it was nice this last 2 years that we spent together. I mean, like, what do you expect? Like, there's nothing I could do. Like, if Drake DMs like 99% of the girls on this planet, you know, that nigga a billionaire. You better hope that your partner. I really think Sarah wouldn't. She wouldn't do anything. But like, the thing is, like, I don't know what Sarah's like whenever she's alone at night. I have no idea. Maybe she'd be happier with a billionaire than me. So I have no fucking idea.
Damn.
Nah, I don't think
Oh,
so.
no, bro.
I don't think so.
No, I mean, like I said, everybody can say it like, nah, my girl saw it. I ain't doing that. But then, you know, I mean, just like
That's true.
Elon Musk. Like, hey, I ain't
I would
gonna
have
hold
like,
you.
I fly out and I got you with $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, at least I'd be like, hey, Sarah, but you know, get in there and then do your thing, and then, you know,
That bag.
also cash app me a little something maybe like in the future. Like, it's just like, you know, at that point you just, it's all holds barred. You're done.
Yeah.
Okay, if you get a mill, give me a smooth 100K. I'm set for it, you know?
Yeah, like I feel like every guy thinks their girl is, everybody knows their girl is solid, but like the thing is, like, you gotta look at this stuff that we've been through until Drake has texted her, right? Like, they're solid through the small situations that are like, you know, arguments and, you know, maybe, you know, small stuff like that relationships go to, but like no relationship's been tested by Drake DMing your girl saying, hey, leave that nigga and come over here. Like, nobody's ever been tested like that, so we don't know.
You're right. Fuck, man.
And that nigga just sold, signed something, $400 million or some shit like that?
Oh, yeah, that nigga, yeah. And you see his fucking stake accounts, that nigga be betting like his whole life on that bitch. He don't be giving the fuck. He be blinking and that money be gone.
Yeah, like, Sarah would definitely be solid like the first day or two, and then she, you know, let me see what Drake's account looking like. And she go on his Instagram, and that nigga got 25 Richard Millie watches on. Like, I guess one night wouldn't hurt. And it'd be over.
all I ask is a smooth 100K, please, like a tenth. So if you get 2 million, give me a 200K, please, man. That's all I ask. I'm going to dumb you with 200K. Oh my god, fuck.
Wait, Taco, do you think a girl would fold over you with Drake?
I mean, depends. If it's someone that I've been with, huh? Not. Now I'm gonna say depends, because if it's someone I just like started, I don't know, like if it's someone I just started dating, whatever, then okay, you know, if Drake is telling you to go ahead and fly out like for $1 million, you do what you got to do. You know, it's just no hard feelings.
Respectable. Okay.
Yeah, it's respectful. And then like if it's someone I've been with for like a long time,
No, I'm
like
gonna
a while, I'll
balling.
be like, absolutely the fuck. Now I'm real in life. Anyways,
What, you wouldn't be crying if your girl just left you for Drake? I'd be bawling. Like, I'd be out of here.
let's see. Yo, let me. Is there
reroll.
extra scene on a flight? As fuck. Anyways,
That's what I'm saying, low key. Like, so, let's say it's your wife though. If it's your wife, y'all might have kids and everything. And she's like, I gotta go. I got to.
And I'm gonna be on my hands and knees, grabbing her ankles, saying, "You better not leave me."
I'm not saying that. I'm gonna say go over there, get a smooth bag, please,
get
man.
the bag for the kids and everything like that.
What the fuck? Y'all would not be saying that if your wife was leaving you for some nigga.
I mean, if she's leaving me at that point, that's like, bro.
Your wife with
Get a
kids.
postcard, send me a bag.
I mean, what? I can't stop her. I might as well just accept it and get the bag too.
Bro, she's forgetting about you the second that she steps on that marble inside his mansion, my nigga. She ain't giving a fuck about her family.
There's no prenups. I'm divorcing. I'm getting half. Simple.
I mean, she don't have the money. It's Drake's money.
Nah, Drake gave it to her though.
I said nigga ain't giving her a dime. He about to pipe the ever living shit out of her, saying like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, every time I fuck you, I'm giving you $10,000, my nigga. So have fun with this 10K. Go do what
Gotta
you
be
want to
at
do, and
least
then when
that
I text you up next time, pull up again." Like this nigga's playing rent a girlfriend with everybody's girlfriend.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Oh,
He don't
ample
give a
hot sauce,
damn.
dude. Fuck.
Yeah, that nigga has
Get
a
the
whole
bag.
pantry full of that shit.
I mean, at that point, I still can't stop her, so I might as well try to get a bag at some point. If I can't get the bag, then man, it's just divorce and moving on.
Let me
I
join.
can't.
Let me
Wait,
join.
so what are you doing if Drake sends you a Snapchat of him just going crazy?
I don't have Snapchat. I'm cool.
To your message then, or your Android or whatever you got, to anything.
I'm not answering that nigga. I'm blocking that nigga instantaneously.
You're not gonna know. You're
I
gonna
might
be like,
watch. I might
who
watch.
sent this
What?
who sent this lavish video message? And then the second you press play, your girl's just like just going crazy.
I'm not putting that
I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably cry. And then I'd probably like. I'd probably cry. I'd watch it. I'd cry. I'd hold it down to watch it again, or something like that. Anyways,
What?
Nah,
so
you already hate Drake. You might actually go kill that nigga if that happened. I ain't gonna hold you.
no, you might fly out. You might fly out.
Yeah,
can't confirm nor deny anything.
God.
you hate him because of his music. Now you actually have a reason to hate him. Like you're gonna go murder that man.
Like, you know where he lives too, because Ye leaked the address. You know where he lives and everything. You
Yeah,
better.
he
I'm
leaked
gonna
the
let
shit
you
out
guys
of
do
it.
talking. Honestly, there's really nothing else I have more to say besides what you guys have said.
So you
That's
kill him.
It'd be so
I'm
sad,
about
bro.
to eat dirt for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
If I get that
fucking
video,
way.
man, I might just end it the same day. If I get that video, I can, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sending it to her mom
Good shit, good shit, good shit.
and her dad. I'm sending it to everybody in her family. But look at your pitiful ass daughter.
I'm stopping her
Ah,
money.
damn.
I'm
Sending it to the pastor.
saying it to the employer and her fucking school. She's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
You're
honestly just might like plant fucking methamphamines in her shit and get her
Well,
arrested.
anyways.
Allegedly.
No.
Oh wait, bro's
Oh.
so serious about that.
That's fucking whack as shit, bro. Hell no. Absolutely fucking not. I guess speaking on fucking sex tapes and shit like that, apparently Ray J came out and said all that shit was planned and fake as hell.
Oh,
For that,
1000%.
I saw that
I
video.
gotta say is who didn't know that?
So the video of Ye giving it back to Kim and all that shit was just pure just publicity. That shit's not real.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, they filmed it?
Yeah, it was on the
It was on
right and stupid ass shit.
on Hulu.
Yeah. Oh, that's so it airs on Hulu. I didn't know. Wow. Okay.
That
Yeah,
was like the same.
Oh, wait, so that interview was on the show?
What interview?
I saw like an interview of him sitting down and he was talking and he was like, yeah, all that shit that happened a couple years ago, that was all planned out before time. We knew it was gonna leak. We knew about everything. I saw
Oh,
an
no.
interview.
The Ray J stuff
whole
is
thing-
different.
Yeah, the whole thing for this time around, I think like with that clip that me and Jez are talking about, is basically like, I think Kanye had flown, cause so I guess they were in New York or something, all the Kardashians or whatever. So Kanye had flown out to L.A. to do like some type of exchange for like Ray J's hard drive or whatever, to get the rest of like I guess like a hidden sex tape or like a secret sex tape that they forgot to release, that never released or whatever. But he just had it on his
What?
hard drive. No fucking, you can't tell me there's no other copies out there, bro. There's no way it's on that one little hard drive. Anyways, and basically, so Kanye got that hard drive, flew all the way back to New York. Was like, oh, here, like Kim, I got this for you, and like Kim like presented it to all her friends and her family. Like Kanye got the rest of the sex tape for me. It was like a big emotional
Presented
moment.
it.
And then, what's up?
What do you mean she presented it? What did she do?
He called out.
She was like, okay, guys, I have to show you what Kanye just got me from LA or whatever. So she got all of her friends, her family to gather around like in a little circle. She's like, she opened the suitcase and she's like, oh, this is like the rest of the sex tape. And everyone's like crying, like being emotional and everything.
Oh my
And
god.
Kanye's just there, like obviously just standing there and like trying to like Kris Jenner like having a conversation with them. And then some people were saying in the comments of those clips and everything like that that was the same night that was the same day that I think Kim hosted SNL, and I think that's when she like first like kissed Pete Davidson like on like a skate or something like that. And people were talking about, oh, like how can Kim like say this, and like Kanye gifted to her like this thing, and like But she goes on SNL and kisses Pete or whatever. And like to that, I just say that's like honestly at this point it's they all know what they're doing. All those types of things are like planned out, at least in
Yeah,
my opinion. And then
I
the whole
agree.
thing, like you were saying, like I guess what Ray J was saying, that it was all fake and planned. I mean, that type of shit, the release and everything like that. At least to me, it seemed like it was common sense that it was like planned and everything like that. I don't even know. At this point, from that whole family, the Kardashians and everything, who knows? Who knows what's going on? I wish Kanye and I wish everyone the best and everything like that. But at this point, I honestly couldn't care less about that type of thing.
I wish
But
it wasn't, man.
But how did they come off that big off of a planned sex tape though?
I mean, 'cause it wasn't Ray J popping at the time, right? I think was he popping?
Yeah, he's always been popping, but I don't
Okay,
think Kim K was as popping though. Like, was it did he
nah,
blow her up or did she blow him up?
I think he blew her up because it was Ray J at the time. So I think, I think the mom, right? The mom like took it and like spent it, like made all of them billionaires and millionaires
It
somehow.
was her plan. Like, it wasn't like a spin.
Oh yeah,
She
okay,
said,
yeah.
go in there and fuck my daughter, record it, and then we're gonna fake leak it, and then we're all gonna become up good off this shit.
Shit's so crazy. That shit
yeah,
worked.
because if it wasn't like on purpose, then that shit would be illegal as fuck.
Well, yeah,
True.
that's revenge porn. Like, that's highly illegal. You can't do that shit at all. Like, you're in jail for the next 10 years if you do that shit.
For sure. I mean, even RJ, even not RJ, even him saying that now, like it's probably they probably told him to say it to this make up more controversy so they can keep talking about it because they love because when they're in the news, 'cause the Kardashians, the Jenners, all of them, they
Yeah,
prospering.
Yeah, I
They
mean, because we
they want
talk
that.
about it.
Yeah, see, they get what they want.
I mean, like, even
I
something as small as Kim K saying "work harder," niggas talk about.
like that's exactly like that shit was so like the thing is that's what someone said that they said like oh well she was kind of bored that day so she just got on the internet and told poor people to work harder and then the whole internet's like oh I fucking hate Kim K she getting what she wants now everyone's talking about Kim K like bro this shit's so fucking
place, ample bag.
This shit
She's not gonna fuck.
about to fuel the hell out that Pete Davidson stand up.
What the?
oh bro that shit was kind of not funny though I don't
She was
know
kind of booty. Yeah,
yeah
We,
it was
we
like,
only saw 2 minutes of it. Y'all watched the whole thing?
yeah. It was like 5 minutes. It was like a 5 minute clip.
but they
That
clipped
was
all
the
they
whole stand up?
no but
Nah, it was.
they put all the yay stuff in there and that shit was not funny in my opinion like only the last one was funny I laughed at the last one like the
You would
first.
think. Sorry, go ahead.
But the first two, nah, I wasn't feeling them.
No, man, I can't rate a whole stand up off the first 2 minutes of it. I mean, if
I
he
mean,
starts like
yeah,
referencing, if he starts talking about it, like I don't think it was only that. The thing is, Kanye's been tormenting this nigga for the past 2 years. I feel like he's got way more jokes about Kanye. If he's not, he's dropping the bag.
yeah. I was just gonna say like if that's all the jokes he has for him like in those 5 minutes, then
Yeah,
I'll be very like super disappointed because
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, they're both adults. They can have their fun or whatever. Like, they could joke and everything like that. But, like, the jokes were, like, underwhelming and, like, kind of weak. And, obviously, they're going to market that as, like, oh, like, the Kanye section that like, Pete jokes about or whatever. But, like, it was, the jokes were, like, mid. Maybe, I think one of them, like Jess was saying, maybe the one at the, like, near the end or near the middle kind of made me chuckle a little bit. But aside from that, it was nothing special.
feel forced.
I'll still watch it, though. But,
Feel forced.
what about the
But like,
people that are saying Pete Davidson shouldn't be talking about Kanye? What do y'all think?
these are fucking clowns. And these are grown ass. These are grown ass niggas. Y'all gotta realize that these are grown ass people at the end of the day. Like, Ye put this nigga in the video, was like doing whatever he was doing in that fucking video. He has all the right to fucking do whatever he wants. They're grown ass men. It's not like they're fucking like fighting in the street or nothing. Like they're just going back and forth over social media. Who cares? Why pay attention? If you they shouldn't be talking about that. Don't pay attention to them. Simple. It's that easy.
No, but why didn't they do the same thing when Kanye was talking about Pete for like 5 months straight? He said this nigga had sexually transferred diseases.
Oh yeah. I mean, because Ye fans, or well, I won't say all of them, but like as of late, oh no, nah, it is true. All of Ye fans, low key, are just weirdos. Like when he disrespected Cuddy, and Cuddy said, "Well, I'm not making music with this nigga no more." Fuck Ye. They were like, "Oh man, I fucking hate Cuddy. Cuddy's such a bitch. Like he ruined Kids See Ghosts. Like what the fuck? Y'all were loving this nigga. Like, y'all love this nigga humming, and now it's fuck Cuddy. Like y'all are weird, bro. Nah, y'all just like to ride a nigga dick. Pause.
damn.
Like that shit's sad. Like, there's no way Ye is doing that much for y'all to be like, oh man, he can't do no wrong. Like, nigga, no. I love Ye. He's a great artist. Well, as a musician, he's a great artist and a great musician. But
Wait, they all
bro,
turned on that nigga?
Kid Cudi, yeah. Like bro, the Instagram, Twitter, they hate that. Well, they don't hate Cudi, but like they just disrespect that nigga. They act like that nigga
Yeah.
is just like some type of villain to Ye.
No
Like, bro,
way.
like as soon as he came out, like, but I'm not making music with him anymore. My last track was this, on the Pusha T album. Is always, oh, you ruined Kids See Ghosts. You were never good. Ye made you. Like, come on now, really, guys? That's what we doing now. They did the same thing to Big Sean when he owes Big Sean money. They did the same thing to Big Sean, and they did the same thing to Cudi. Like, what the fuck? Or corny, completely corny. I've never seen something like this before. Like it was in an instant, like the very next day, they're like, ah, fuck Kid Cudi. That nigga was trending too. Like, what the fuck?
That's fucking wild. I didn't know they were like shitting on that nigga's entire fucking name. That's crazy.
No, they ain't messing with that nigga. And no, that shit's actually wild. Like, I was like, wow, because that's Cudi. Like, that's like their fan bases are damn near the same. I shouldn't be surprised though, because they turned on Big Sean that fast after he said this nigga owe me money. I shouldn't be surprised at all.
I don't know, the way people would just like cancel or turn against people is so fucking weird. Like, I saw niggas on the side of the dude that ran on the fucking stage with Dave. I saw niggas on his side. Like, oh
Really?
well, Dave Chappelle, he deserved what was coming to him. Yes, like they were on his side.
You do. I think Kevin Hart said something about that. Like, I think that I'm not sure if it was Kevin Hart, if it was someone else. But basically, because I saw a headline and it was like, oh, said comedian said that he basically deserved for that to happen, or like that he should have seen that coming or something like that. But like, bro,
Well, because people are saying that the dude that ran on the stage, I think they were saying that he's a part of the LGBTQ community. Okay. So they were saying that since Dave talks shit about them, then he deserves to get slapped on, basically. Even though that man didn't even come close to touching Dave, not once.
So Dave Chappelle talking bad about him and like his group community is okay. Yeah, he should slap him. But then when Will Smith does it, not nigga being crucified. Hilarious. Okay, I see how it is.
He was only being crucified by the higher ups. Everybody else is on Will's side, because I remember people saying, "Oh, you talked about his wife, so you're allowed to do that." I guess it's basically along the same people that are saying the same thing about this situation.
That was some people. But I saw a lot of other people saying the same thing about kind of like how this one is. We're like, oh, well, he's just a comedian, and he's just joking. Like, he didn't do nothing wrong. They were saying the same thing about Chris Rock. It was still more of a 50-50 than this one is, obviously. But I still saw the same people talking about something. No, Chris Rock is in the right. I'm not even trying to go back to that situation, but I think that people are just so like they just love moving the goalposts for real. Like, I don't get it. Like, there ain't no way.
No, but people were just talking about how disfigured this nigga looked like. I really didn't see too many talking points on this. The only thing I saw was a couple people saying that they agree with the dude. Like, I just couldn't stop looking at the nigga's face. Like, who the fuck was back there fighting this nigga?
You see his arm? Like, his arm was bent, right?
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
That nigga was fighting all the Gotham Knights back there, going crazy. Who the fuck is this nigga security?
Shit was like a bop it, but bro, on him, they fucking did a twister, bro.
His arm was like upside down, like, bro, like a damn pterodactyl. Like, God,
what had a forehead on his forehead, bro. I ain't never seen a knot that big in my entire damn life. His barber about to go crazy trying to line that nigga up, bro, because there's no line anymore. That shit, I don't know.
All head.
His whole scalp is diagonal now. That shit gonna be crazy coming in the barber.
Oh, fucking trapezoid. That shit is so funny to me. I saw that picture on the fucking and I was like, damn, like, what do they? I thought they were like, I thought it was like a joke. Like, they get the nigga this bad.
Like, yes, bro. Like, apparently Jamie Foxx and Chris Rock were about there stomping his ass out too. Apparently it was just like 35 niggas just going crazy on that one nigga.
No way. And then Chris Rock came up there and was like, yeah, man, like, and they did some mention about like Will Smith and the nigga too, and making fun of.
Was that Will Smith?
Yeah.
Was that corny or not?
Chris Rock?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess any other day it would be corny, but in the context of that, it was pretty fun.
The context was funny, yeah. The context, but I thought he did come out and say, "I'm not talking about nothing unless I'm getting paid." Then he made that joke. Yeah. Like, they said you were getting paid. Like, what happened to that? But
if it was anybody else making that joke, I would have said, yeah, it's corny as shit. But it's actually happened to him. I thought it was pretty funny.
And
That exact moment, yeah, it was pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. The context
People
was good.
were saying that this makes Dave Chappelle the greatest comedian of all time. Because like as soon as he was in the situation and got tackled and everything, immediately came out there
Yeah.
with a joke. And they were saying that since Chris Rock couldn't think of a joke in that moment, that makes Dave a better comedian.
I mean, Chris Rock he did say some funny shit. He was like, "Oh, I just got slapped by Chris Rock. This is the greatest night of whatever history." That was pretty.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it wasn't.
Dave was just a little bit more. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit had me
Uh,
dying. He's like, I'm glad that nigga was clumsy. 'Cause that nigga tripped as soon as he came on the fucking stage. Like that joke, I don't know. He kind of got it off way wavier.
they said it was like, I mean, he's the. I mean, he's a lot of people's goats. A lot of people's goats. I heard that nigga fire as fuck. I mean, this is like, what's going on? Like, niggas are just acting out of character. Like, the fact that man really got tackled like that on stage like that, and just, I don't know. But he might
Just
be,
gotta
he
wait
might
and
be
see
the
what
GOAT.
else he comes out with.
He might be the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. Because he can easily take this and spin this and be like, he can just make a fire ass special. I know he can. Way better than Pete. Way better than Pete. Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to see the whole piece stand up. If that's all he got, then yeah, that nigga ass. I ain't know where you were sitting taking all this shit for 2 years almost, and then you didn't do nothing off of it.
And it just felt so forced. I don't know. Because, like, the thing is, they showed all the Kanye bits. Because I think those are all the Kanye bits. And they felt so, the first two felt like forced as hell. He just brought Ye out of nowhere. The last one was pretty good, though. It was okay. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Only Twitter will tell, because Twitter just. So you just have so many fucking opinions on Twitter. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen anytime anything happens. So like, anytime I go on Twitter, I never know what the fuck to expect. That's why honestly, when I saw this nigga Kevin Samuels trending, I didn't even think twice about it. Like I was like, oh, he's just always trending. Like I didn't even know he died until I looked on Instagram. I was like, oh shit. So I clicked on his name or whatever, and it was a whole bunch of people slandering the fact that he died. Like they were just like, yeah, good, fuck that nigga. Like what? Like, you ain't no way the nigga's gonna die and then you come in here and immediately say good. Like that's always gonna be corny to me. Like slandering somebody the second that they died, that's just weird. I don't know about that shit.
I saw a lot of just back and forth takes, and like I think I got to the point I was like, I just know just like above all else, this is gonna do is just like divide us even more, and is making it to where it doesn't need to get this serious.
Yeah.
Because I understand that he had like a lot of bad takes. Like I heard like he talked about like mom shouldn't believe their kids if like they say they've been SA'd or something like that because like kids be lying. Like he had a lot of like some like why would you say that? Some like why would you say that? Why are you even saying that shit at all? But at the same time, it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, he was just some random IG. Like, he's like a Dr. Umar type shit. Like, don't like. I don't know, bro. It's like I get why people are mad at him. And like, oh man, I don't give a fuck about that dude. Fuck that nigga. And they were saying like, well, like I've been saying fuck that nigga even before he was dead. So like now it doesn't really matter to me now. But to me, like I don't like I think we all don't believe in the death penalty. So we all like kind of believe like no matter what you do, it's not that you don't deserve death, but like I don't know, bro. I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't feel right about like just like yeah, man, he's dead. Like yay, like
I just
I
don't
can't
like.
get behind
I don't
that.
like the
I mean,
cheering of somebody's death. Like that's all it is. Like
yeah, I
it's
mean,
the.
as soon as
You
go
said
ahead, sorry,
what?
my fault.
No, that's good.
I
You
was
go.
I was just saying that as soon as someone dies, like even if it's like it could be like a piece of shit person, like I'll acknowledge it or whatever, like oh okay they died. If anything, if I have like any other thoughts, I'll think about that afterwards. But I'm just like overall not the type of person to like celebrate, I guess, like anyone's death because
Yeah.
I don't know I just don't see any like benefit in that until like obviously after I could talk shit. Like after maybe like after some shit happens, maybe like a day after, like oh yeah, the guy was like an asshole, or whatever. But like I just overall like celebrating, like ha ha ha, like I mean, I don't know. I just unless like that person did like something absolutely like terrible, 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 like unforgivable type of shit. I don't know what that would consist of, but
I'm
just
saying.
overall, if it was like a whack person who like died, I'd just be like, oh okay, and like I won't really like celebrate or whatever. That's just not the type of person I am.
I just don't
Yeah, I
really get
feel
it.
that. It's just it was mad weird going on there and seeing niggas like I didn't even see one rest in peace. I just saw niggas immediately like good that nigga deserved to die. Like damn, like I definitely understand the things of like what people think deserve to die, like murder, child stuff like that. But all he was doing was talking shit to niggas. Like a nigga deserves to die for talking shit. This
People
nigga
were
was basically just playing a role of a comedian.
They were comparing this nigga to fucking KKK, bro. I was like, bro, what was
No
going on?
fucking
The
way.
fuck?
Yeah, son is like, oh, what, like, Bro. That's why, because things like what Taco was saying, I don't want to like start getting into the whole like, well, if you did this, then like it's okay for you. Like I'm not even trying to get into that topic. To me, it's like if you don't fuck with the person, cool. But like like I saw like actual videos of someone like they were playing music in the back and they were like literally dancing. Like yes, he's dead. Like what is going on?
That's
This
what
is
I'm
crazy,
saying, bro. Like,
actually
just say that to
crazy.
yourself. Like, you don't have to fucking dance and post a TikTok of somebody dying. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? That just like makes it look like what type of human are you after that shit?
Yeah.
Wild. Like he might have been a shit human being. I understand, but like I don't know, because like and the thing is like people are always trying to get better and like evolve. Like for example, like even with X when he passed away, rest in peace, and even with Etika, like people were like oh man, like fuck Etika, like Etika was like he was crazy. Like even for him, like people like when people pass away, it's like now they're not here to like defend themselves anymore. They just like I can say whatever I want now and just do whatever I want. It's like, bro, come on now. I'm not saying that you don't have to respect them. You don't even have to do anything that stuff. But like, I'm not telling you what you got to do. But like, at the end of the day, it's
Yeah.
like like think before you post type shit. Like, come on now. Like, I don't know, bro. That's just I don't know. I just can't do that. That's just weird.
I ain't
That's
gonna,
just
anytime we start talking about fucking corny shit, I be getting pissed off, bro. Somebody closes out. I ain't gonna hold you. These niggas fucking wild.
we gotta come on here. Low key, the on the corny list, we gotta add them niggas that dressed up as other niggas, like the fucking
Yeah,
celebrity.
Yo.
yeah, Coil Ray, there's a fake one of them too, but we can talk
Oh
about this
my!
some other time, bro. Like,
Oh my!
anytime we start talking about corny niggas, we gotta get the fuck up out of here.
They're disrespecting her too, because they were like, because no one was paying attention to her, because they're like, bro, they don't even give a fuck about the real Cola race. Why would they give a fuck about the fake one? Golly. Yeah, we
Okay,
gotta.
man.
Jesus fucking
All
Christ.
right, Jazz closes, bro.
It's been a year and now, podcast.
No way you can't talk.
I respect Koi. I love Koi. I love Koi.
Fuck
But
no.
here and
No,
now,
you do not.
podcast has been me, Jazz. We got Taco. We got Apollo.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can catch Taco on Tonight with Taco. So, I think
Episode season finale this week. Yes, sir.
Yes,
this week.
sir.
Oh
This week.
shit!
Yes, I'm posting that this
Okay.
week. It's been recorded. It's been everything, bro. It's gonna be a big ass episode.
What day? What day? You don't have a day yet? Or you know what day? What day?
Fuck it. Thursday, Friday. You know, just keep it. Actually, Friday. Fuck it.
Okay, say less. Okay, so
Yeah.
look at Friday.
Ah.
We did just make Apollo made a further beyond TikTok on the podcast for the podcast on TikTok. You can follow that. Maybe you can link that down below. I think more of them are coming out for further beyond and the other podcasts we have on here. It's gonna be ample wavy, ample fire. But thank you guys for listening. Love y'all and see you next week.
Peace.
Ah.